I am just amazed that any of this is happening, that people would even follow me on Twitter, that people would support me, that this road trip is happening. Kind of just really in awe that of God's beauty, which is the contrast of this concrete and the contrast. So, as you're editing this piece, tried to shoot a couple of cutaways and different things. I don't know. You just can't take the TV producer out of me, even after doing what I do and living on the streets. You can, 5 hours ago when I first started recording, I was all, hey, and now it's a little more serious. Lots of time to think. I actually, I never really liked driving, and I'm about to go into a tunnel, so I probably have to turn this off. I really never liked driving, but now as I've done it a little more, it's really driving long distance. Now that I've driven long distance, it gives me time to be alone and to think.
Recalculating.
And my GPS is recalculating. And it's gonna
continue 3.5 miles, then take exit 121 on right on I-70.
Wow, that's nice. This video is probably
lost satellite reception.
Oh, girl, shut up. Yeah, I never. You know what GPSs have taught me? Never argue with the woman. The woman's always right. And all you females out there said, it is. I mean, it's every time I second guess the computer here, the GPS, the female voice, I end up even more lost than I originally was. So, just imagine, 19 months unemployment, you've got nothing, really. You start using social media, start helping people who have no influence, homeless people, have influence, and next thing you know, you're driving around the country for 3 months, going under bridges, going into tent cities, highlighting different organizations that are, really helping people with housing and jobs. Because that's the thing, it's okay to feed people in the park as long as you do something to get them out of the park. I really believe the answer, and I don't mean church and state coming together, is that the answer to homelessness is the faith-based army. And I'm talking, Hindu temple, Muslim, Christian, all the 1,700 different kinds of Presbyterians and the 20,000 different kinds of Baptists, and all the faith-based organizations, come together and fill in the gaps. Often government agencies and nonprofits run out of money just when there's things that a faith-based organization can do. And the faith-based just really needs to stop using homelessness and poor people like to get a sales quota on the sinner's prayer. The sinner's prayer never got me out of homelessness. We need to start being an answer to people's prayers. There's more God on Skid Row than any place. We don't need more churches. We need to evangelize the ones that are already there to do something. I was in Tompkins Square Park last year on a road trip. Probably go there again this year. And I was there for 2 hours. 5 different churches came and fed the same people. Can you imagine? The same people. And they're all thinking they're doing good, and they have great hearts. They really do. But right down the street is a rescue mission, and that's faith-based too. So, they're all, can still say, okay, it's part of the church. And if they had taken the food down there and helped that rescue mission save on the food budget and spend the money on housing and jobs, it'd have more impact. I know often you know what? I'm just going to speak from the heart here. I really do think I've seen 100,000 homes campaign with Common Ground, what the state of Utah is doing, what Alan Graham is doing with Mobile Loaves and Fishes in Austin. We can really put a dent into this thing called homelessness. The economy is not going to get better anytime soon. Don't listen to what CNN, NBC, and all that stuff's going to tell you. It's just not going to get better anytime soon. And, we had 7 million layoffs last year. We're going to see the effects of that. Homelessness is going to increase. And how do we solve that? We need to get back to a depression ethics. We need to get back to where we care about our neighbors. Just one person out on the streets is unacceptable. We see the guy on the exit ramp with a cardboard sign, and we think that's homelessness. And it is. But it's a very small percentage of homelessness. In 2007, the National Coalition to End Homelessness came out with a study that the average age of a homeless person in America is 9 years old. Now, every time I say that, there's a New York Times article that somebody finds that argues the math. Is it any better that the average homeless person is a child? Whether it's 11, 17, it still sucks. Now, last year, HUD put out a report that in 2008, homelessness, two-parent family homelessness in rural communities, we're not talking Detroit, we're not talking Chicago, we're talking small-town America, that family homelessness in America increased 56%. Now, that's housing in urban